Who did Katarina Devon replicate? Hello One Piece enthusiasts, I'm the One Piece nerd, and today let's talk about the infiltration on EGGHEAD Island. Well, EGGHEAD Island seems to be calming down a bit. Of course, the real fight has yet to begin, but there are still other incidents that are going on within EGGHEAD Island that are very minute, at the same time very crucial and important for the grand aspect of the story. What do I mean by that? Remember, the Blackbeard pirates a few chapters back, we saw Blackbeard's ship coming to EGGHEAD Island, and it was most likely going to be Lafitte and Katarina Devon that are likely to come into EGGHEAD Island for an infiltration mission. As to why they were coming, I already made a video on it, you guys can go and check it out. And other than that, the thing that we need to talk about is, dude, Katarina Devon has the nine-tailed fox fruit. She can literally replicate any one of their powers, personalities, looks. There is literally no way for us or other people in the story to basically distinguish between them. Because remember, the last time Katarina Devon used her fruit was against Gecko Moria. She replicated Absalom, and Absalom basically, we got to see Katarina Devon use Absalom's powers and whatnot. And the way he behaved, everything was the same. And Moria couldn't pick it up. Granted, Moria isn't the most intellectual guy on the planet, but still something, dude. Moria's been with Absalom for a very long time. I doubt Moria would be able... I think Moria would be able to figure out a little bit of difference if it was that easy to sort of see, you know? And that's what makes it a mythical zone. Now, before you move on, make sure to like and subscribe. It helps the channel a lot. Now that you have, let's begin. Well, with all that being said, now we can come back to who did Katarina Devon replicate? It could either, I'm thinking all of the candidates from the Lavosphere. Because Sentomaru, the way things are with Sentomaru is engaged with Kizaru, and it's going to be a full-on fight. Sentomaru's ordering the pacifistas to fight, whatever or not. I don't think it's Sentomaru. It has to be anyone from the Lavosphere. As for the Lavosphere, who could it be? Is it one of the Vegapunks? Not really. Why not? Because, of course, the Vegapunks are easy to replicate, but if we do see one of them being a little off, the others would figure it out. You know what I mean. The Vegapunks have been with each other for a very long time. York, yeah, okay, it did take them for quite a while for us to figure out that, yeah, it is York. Or even the Vegapunks to figure out, yeah, York could do this. But when it comes to cloning and unusual behavior, all of a sudden, I feel like it's very easy to find out. And now, amongst the Straw Hats, of course, I did think it was Robin because of her being missing from the last chapter. I thought something was going to go insanely wrong, but it didn't. In fact, it didn't go anything wrong. Robin's just injured, Chopper is treating her, she's doing fine. And as for the rest of the Straw Hats, I've seen them, I've reread the chapters, last two chapters, in fact the last chapter quite well for me to see that most of the Straw Hats aren't doing anything unusual. The activities they're doing aren't anything unusual, and in fact, they've been quite normal. And there's nothing I would be like, okay, this person's behaving weird, this person has this little bit of, you know, off character behavior right now, so something to think about. No, it hasn't been anything like that. The only person in my mind that could be, you know, that could be a potential target for Katarina Devon is Bonnie. I've said it. And okay, look, now of course, and before we start to eliminate people, before I get on to Bonnie, I will eliminate most of the people, because remember, in order for Katarina Devon to replicate someone, that person has to be out of the picture. Either dead or alive, they have to be outside of the picture. From what it seems, it's none of the Straw Hats because they're not behaving unusually. We have not seen Stassi, and Rob Lucci is doing fine, I guess. It could be Kaku, but remember, all of them were in action. All of them were on action fighting with the Seraphims, and none of them have a chance to get out of the picture and then come back again into the Lavosphere. It's not that easy. The only person who was out of the picture for quite a while is Bonnie. She was busy visiting Kuma's memories, and she had to figure a lot of things out. In fact, a lot of us, Oda does this quite a lot, is that in order for him to make us forget about a character, he subtly takes them out, makes them do something interesting in the background. While we focus on the main action, we forget about the side character. And this is exactly what has happened. Egghead Island has so many things going on for it, and even outside of Egghead, that we've actually forgotten about a crucial character, Bonnie. I've never questioned where Bonnie is, what she's doing. When I was reading the chapter, I was like, oh yeah, Bonnie's there. I wonder what's up with her, or where has she been? I almost forgot about, okay, she was in a room watching Kuma's memories and unraveling all the secrets. Now, from my perspective, and I'm sure it'll come from a lot of you guys as well, for Bonnie to figure out Kuma's past, it's a lot to take in for her. Remember, she was acting so strange with just a glimpse of Kuma's past. If she got to know everything, I don't think she'd be stable. Because whatever Kuma's past is, it isn't simple. It's very complex, it's very sad, it's very depressing, especially for Kuma's daughter. She probably figured out why Kuma did what he did, and that's not easy for anyone to take in. And for us as readers to be taken off screen for Kuma's past, and for us not to see Bonnie's reaction to the entire thing, is a little suspicious. And especially after the way she reacted when she said, "I've now forgiven Vegapunk." She cried all night last night. Yeah, alright, but that's not enough. Even though Kuma willingly did what he had to do with the world government, her resentment towards Vegapunk can't just go away in one night. That's impossible. And for the first time ever, Sanji's been complimented by a girl, other than Pudding, of course. Now remember, Pudding, of course, she had to go through an entire mess with Sanji to figure out, okay, yeah, Sanji's a good man. We've seen Sanji have good interaction with women. I'm not saying Sanji's a bad character or he doesn't get appreciated by women. In fact, it's quite the opposite. But remember, no one indirectly compliments Sanji other than Pudding. The only one that felt sad for, letting go of Sanji, or actually knew him well, or knew that, okay, yeah, Sanji's a good person and man of her dreams, is Pudding. And for Sanji to get compliment for a girl, I know this is very minor, I don't know where this is coming from, but this is something, this is a pattern that is yet to be seen in the story of One Piece, where a random girl that Sanji met a few episodes back, or a few hours back, has now started complimenting him. Or a few days back, 1-2 days back, has started complimenting him. This is very weird, number one. Number two, her reaction towards all of this entire mess. Okay, yeah, I expect for us as readers to see if we don't get to see the story of Kuma, I am fine with that. I am fine with us not knowing the story of Kuma. However, I'm not fine with the fact that Bonnie has been taken out of screen when she's figured out what her father's history is, and for her to be literally normal a day after. It is the same way I'm reacting to how Vivi is literally normal after Cobra's death. That is very weird. I don't know what's on with that. That's suspicious in and of itself, but this is more suspicious. Vivi probably at this time like, all right, accepted what happened to Cobra, and now she has to move on, find the Straw Hat to do something about it, or whatever. Now she's getting busy. But as for Bonnie though, her resentment towards Vegapunk, and to figure out all of Kuma's backstory and to behave normally one day after knowing everything, is a little too suspicious in my eyes. And the way she's so up, even Luffy himself has commented on the fact that, she's been too upbeat. She's been literally downright depressed over the last few days, or has been throwing tantrums, trying to figure out what happened to Kuma, trying to fix him, and now she's done with it. I don't think this is that simple. That's why I like to say that the only one that I can suspect that Katarina Devon has actually cloned is Bonnie. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe. Have a great day, and peace.